You'll need some 1K primer or acrylic primer. I've got that in my 1K gun, so that's ready to go straight away. We'll need some 2-pack primer and hardener to suit. You can read the label, it's always going to be on there, the ratios and the correct hardeners to use, the thinning ratios and the mixing ratios. Next up, we'll need the Premix colour. I've got a Standox mixing machine just here which I can use, but you may not have those facilities, so you can go down to your local paint supply place and they can mix it up for you, which you'll then need to check your colour. Just get anything, you can get like an applicator or anything just to spray your colour onto, just a test card, and you can then get this and put your car into the sun and you can check your colour. And then you also need your 2-pack clear to put on after your base coat and hardener to suit, obviously. Just read your label because they're all different. Mostly they're 2-to-1 ratio with 10%, but this is Standox and this is a 3-to-1, so just make sure you check it out. The mixing ratios are easy to, a bit of maths and you can figure it out yourself. So next up we'll take you on to the tools that we're going to need. We need a palm sander or a Dynabrade sander. Preferably air power, I found is the best way to go. You need an air gun, air blower. You'll need obviously your 1K gun, your primer gun again. You'll need a 2-pack primer gun. This has got a 2mm tip on it. I bought this today actually. $45 I got it for on eBay, so you can get some, at the end of the day you get what you pay for. If you want a really good gun, you can then go for the GTI Pro de Vilbus, and that's going to cost you about $550 to $600 off eBay. Great gun though. And this isn't necessary, it's more of a painter's thing. It's a light for checking your colours. Need some rags too. And we'll need some sandpapers too. So we'll go through the sandpaper grits. We'll need 80, 120, 180, 320, 400 and 600 grit sandpapers. You also need some blocks. That's a hard block, so if you're doing a dead flat panel, you'd be wanting to use a block like this. As I say, a block like this, you can get inventive. If you get some sandpaper and construct it around a block of wood, if it works, it'll work. Preferably, I think these are a great little block. They're a 3M stick-it block. You can get them anywhere. Any paint supply company should sell them. You'd probably find them on eBay too, I'm sure. They're actually designed with these discs, these sanding discs, and you can see they're made to go like that. You fold them around and off you go. They're soft too, so they'll get into all the corners and that, and you'll be able to get your panel nice and straight. Next up, we need some 800 and 400 softback sanding sponges, or what we call soft pads. So they're good, not necessary, but good. Good to get into all the edges and that. We'll also need some Scotch-Brite pads, so we'll need grey and green Scotch-Brite. Grey is for before you paint, green is for before you prime. Also need razor blades, tape, masking plastic, or some sort of a drop sheet you can use to mask the car up with. And we'll also need some masking paper. Same thing, get inventive. If you haven't got a big roll of masking paper, then you can use your newspaper. Whatever does the job really. Mounted just your respirator. Make sure you use a respirator because it's your health at the end of the day. So you need to use one of these when you're painting. You could replace it for one of these, just a filter. If you were just to do 1 or 2 jobs in your back garage or something like that, that would suffice. But if you're going to start doing a respray or any bigger jobs, or you're going to start doing it on a more of a regular basis, you'd want to make sure you're using the correct respirator, otherwise you'll just put yourself into an early grave, because two-pack pain is actually quite dangerous and harmful for your health. So ear protection is always good, because you don't want to go deaf too young, you know. So yeah, just protect your ears when you've got loud things going on. But also gloves, you know, that's when you're painting you can use them. I personally don't like to use gloves. I find that they get in your way and you've got less feel, but that's entirely up to you if you want to use gloves when you're handling